Welcome back, guys. For those of you who are new, my name is Capley. I've competed for Team Canada 5 times now, and I'm currently in prep to try and qualify for the 2025 World Powerlifting Championships in Germany. So the reason we're here today is, end of last week, someone asked me, why do Powerlifters Arch in the bench press and what are the benefits? And sometimes I take those little things for granted because I've been in the sport for so long, and honestly, arching the bench is like brushing my teeth. It's just something I naturally do when I bench now. And the reason why, it's twofold actually. There's a couple reasons. So one, first and foremost, is it actually decreases the range of motion when you're pressing. So, and in a sport where you are marked on moving the most amount of weight, it is more advantageous to be able to push more weight in that position. But also, it's also a lot healthier on your shoulders. And when you're doing the motion of wedging into the bench, it actually sets you up in a position where it allows you to create an optimal amount of pushing force while benching. So I'm going to classify those three reasons. So one, decreased range of motion. Two, it puts you in an optimal position to produce force. And three, it's just healthier for your shoulders. Now, before we get into how to actually arch in the bench press, I want to dig in a little bit deeper into the range of motion aspect. A lot of people kind of hate on arches because they say you're taking away from the range of motion, you're not going to be building as much muscle. Now, when you're arching in the bench press, you don't need to have one of those super aggressive arches. Like, I'm sure you've all seen those people that have that like 2-inch range of motion. That is not what you need to do, and that's not what I'm talking about. And one thing that I really love about the IPF, which is the federation I compete under, they created a new rule that actually limits the amount you're allowed to arch. So they introduced shoulder depth so that your elbow has to come in line with the midpoint of your shoulder. Now, I will say at the last World Championships, judging was a little in the gray area since it's a new rule, but I do like that it has helped to really stop those super aggressive bench arches. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get into how to actually arch in your bench. To make this simple, what you're going to want to do is really plant the back of your neck onto the bench and use your feet to drive into the ground while you're pushing your arms into the barbell. This is going to help to create a nice wedge into the bench, creating lots of force. And while you're doing this, you want to drive your rib cage up to the ceiling. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you learned something new. If there's any other topics you want me to cover, let me know in the comments below. As always, train hard, train smart, see results, get CAFIT. And if you haven't already, copy your new KF merch. Links in the description. Head on over to kfmerch.com. See you next time.